अरहंत सिद्ध सुर उपाध्याय साधु सर्व अर्थ के प्रकाशी मांगलिक उपकारी है। तीन को स्वरूप जानी रागते भई जो भक्ति काय को नमाए स्तुति को उच्चारी है। धन्य धन्य तुम से काज सब आज भयो कर चोरी बारंबार वंदना हमारी है। मंगल कल्याण सुख ऐसो हम चाहते हो मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। हो मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। We were discussing about substance chapter from Balbodh part 2. We have completed the chapter from the textbook. That is almost, it is complete. But I told you last time that we will be discussing something more about the substances. So I've already shared you a chart. Uh, 1 minute. I'll make Urja a co-host. Yeah. So as far as the textbook is concerned, we had completed all the definitions of 6 substances and what is this universe or world and who created it, is God is managing it. We had all these kind of discussions. Now I'll just repeat in few minutes what we have done on that day last week, and then we will move on to the real discussion. I've already shared you one chart, so from that we will discuss few things, and then of course there are some other questions we want to take it up. I plan to take uh, 1 hour today on this subject only, substance. And then we have 2 more chapters to complete this Balbodh part 2, Bhagwan, Mahavir and a prayer. So those we can finish it in another 1 hour. So today we will be completing Balbodh part 2 and Balbodh part 3 we will see from next week. So first we will refer this chart and we'll try to understand. Yeah. Can you, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Very good. Everybody can see on the screen. Of course, you have got it in your group also. So you can see from your cell also. So this chart shows us at a glance the 6 types of substances that we have and a few characteristics of those substances comparatively, So when we do a comparative study, the clarity, our clarity goes up, and we'll be really able to understand and identify what this substance is made up of. Now, the first part is nature, swabhav, lakshan. We can say lakshan also. Nature is also a part of through which we can identify the substance, okay? So the first one is living being. So you know now the name of 6 substances. Jia, what are the name of 6 substances? If you keep your video on, all of you, I would feel that I'm in a live class. And of course, I can also make out from your face how much you are able to grasp and where I could improve myself. Uh, these are some of the benefits of putting on video. But still, if you are not comfortable, I would not insist. Okay.
Yes.
So, Jia, tell me.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you
Pardon?
hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
Your voice is not clear. You have connected it to the laptop.
Yes. On my
Yeah.
phone.
Pardon?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. Tell
You
me.
can hear me? Yeah. So the six substances are Jeev, Utkal, Dharma, Dharma, Akash, Kal.
Very good. And
Should I
what
say that
we,
in English?
yeah,
Uh, I'm not too sure how to translate it. Actually,
living being. Jiv is living being. Okay.
uh,
Pudgal is matter.
Utkal is no, non-living,
Uh, Good word would be a
non-living,
matter.
right?
Okay, matter. And then we have medium of motion, medium of rest. Then we have space and we have time.
Yeah.
Everyone is clear with this? You can write it down in your textbook. So when next time you revise, you can just connect to these names. Okay. So these are better names. We have done a lot of research on this, and we have referred to all the most of the substance available on uh, most of the references available on the internet and other sources. So these are the best names that we have chosen, where from the name itself we can identify the substance. Okay. So living being. Now, who is a living being? Uh, we read in Balbodh one only, Jeev Ajeev chapter, The substance, so living being is also a substance. There are 6 types of substances. Uh, 6 types, there are not 6 substances in the world, but there are 6 types of substances. Now, which substance is of what quantity, that we are going to study from this chart. So, I'm just summarizing, or I'm just recollecting the definitions of each substances. Okay. So the substance which has knowledge, perception, consciousness, the one which can experience bliss and miseries, okay, is a living being. Okay. जिसमें ज्ञान है, दर्शन है, जो सुख दुख का अनुभव करता है. This is what we studied in Jeev and Ajeev chapter. Okay. So this is the living being or a soul, Jeev Dravya. So we are talking of Dravya. Substance means Dravya. So one thing is very sure from this definition, that the substance is not identified by the attachment, aversions, and delusions, okay, as the attribute of a soul, because these are all impure modifications. Okay. These are all impure manifestation. Okay. So we cannot identify a soul through these manifestations, because these are not the nature of the soul. When we talk of nature, okay, we consider knowledge, consciousness. Consciousness is consists of 2 attributes, knowledge and perception. Okay. So knowledge and perceptions are 2 attributes, but if I want to say it in one word, I would say consciousness. Okay. So this is an attribute of the soul. permanent attribute of the soul. So we can say we can identify a soul, uh, a substance which can know, which has a knowledge, So we are all souls, we have all have knowledge. But this laptop, this mobile, this book, they does not have a knowledge. You can say that nowadays we get all the knowledge from Google, internet, laptop, mobile. Those are the mediums, but those are not having the quality of knowledge in them. That is for sure, because all are Pudgal Dravya, matter, okay, matter substance. So a matter substance is one which does not have these qualities, okay. So these are the exclusive quality, specific quality of a soul only, okay. So delusions, attachments and aversions, these are all a part of the modification of the soul, okay. Of course, these are happening in the modification of the soul itself, but still we cannot consider these qualities or attributes as of the soul, because these are impure manifestation, and it is not a permanent attribute of the soul. So when the soul gets liberated, or if the soul attains complete detachment and omniscience, okay, at that point of time, the soul is there, the body is there, but this kind of impure manifestations are not there. So that cannot be the nature of the soul, okay. The pure soul is identified by the infinite attributes, qualities that it possesses, okay. So when we want to identify, we would say that it has got infinite qualities. Similarly, other substances have also got infinite qualities, okay? But there are some specific qualities which are available in that particular substance, okay? The other substance does not have it. So through that quality, we can identify that substance. So consciousness is one quality of the soul out of the many qualities, infinite qualities that a soul possesses. This consciousness is such a quality that the other substances does not have it. So we can identify a soul through its consciousness quality, which is a very specific quality of the soul. Then moving on to the next one, matter, okay. What are the specific attributes of a matter? So it is touch, then taste, then odor or smell, or color, okay. So these are the four specific qualities of matter. There are no other substances, type of substances in this universe which have these qualities. Only matter, okay. Touch, taste, smell and color, okay. So uh, these are the special qualities of a matter. Then moving on to the next, medium of motion. So if I ask you the medium of motion, it's again a substance, okay. So you would say, yeah, it's a substance. So medium of motion is a substance, and this, what is the function of this substance? So it helps, out of the 6 substances, there are 2 substances only which possesses a quality, what is this quality? I would say it can move from one place to another place, you know. So these are the qualities, soul and matter. These two substances have this quality, you know, through which they can move from one place to another place. So to execute that function, you know, medium of motion acts as a instrumental cause. It is not a principal cause. It does not participate in the process, but it is an instrumental cause. Now, somebody have raised a hand. You can just stop me in between and ask question because some of the time I don't know. Yeah, Roshni, do you have a question?
Yes, I have two questions.
Hmm.
For Udgal Dravya,
Hmm.
I noticed you've got touch, taste, smell, color. What
Right.
about hearing or sound?
Sound is again a quality of the Pudgal Dravya only. But when we talk of specific attributes through which we can identify matter, then we say only these four qualities, you know.
Okay.
So there are
Okay.
innumerable qualities of matter, but now we are talking from the perspective that how we can identify this substance. So we can identify a soul through its consciousness. Similarly, we can identify a matter through touch, taste, smell, and color.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. And then regarding medium of motion, I'm not understanding very well, but for example, you know how a, a fish can move through water. So
Yeah.
water
Yeah.
becomes medium of motion,
Right.
but
Right.
but water itself is Pudgal, right?
Yes. Water itself is Pudgal, and it is not because of water that the fish is swimming. Okay. Fish is swimming on its own, and when it swims, the water acts as an instrumental cause. Okay. So the
Okay.
movement in the fish is not because of the water, but still water acts as a medium of motion.
Okay.
Similarly, there is a medium of rest. Now that fish is moving, is swimming in the water from one place to another place. Now, if that fish wants to rest, because after a certain period of time, the energy of the fish gets drained, and now she would like to stop somewhere and take rest. So then there must be something which will allow that fish to rest, and that is called the medium of rest. If the
Okay.
medium of motion would not have been there, then everything in this universe would have been static. If the medium of rest would not have been there, then everything in this universe would be moving only. Okay. So now
Yes.
we are just sitting here and discussing. Okay. Just because there is a medium of rest.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Got it.
so medium of motion and medium of rest are a medium, are kind of medium which becomes an instrumental cause, you know, instrumental cause in motion and instrumental cause in getting stationariness. Okay. So this example was very good, fish and water, that I was going to give only for medium of motion. So similarly for medium of rest, uh, there is an example given in the textbooks, some of the textbooks, scriptures, that a traveler uh, in previous days, you know, there used to be very little means of transport, you know. People used to just walk from one village to another village, you know, and that's how they used to move. So now while walking in the sun for quite a long period of time, that traveler wants to take a rest. Okay. So he goes below a tree, very big tree, where there is no sunlight. So he rests there. So on the one hand, he's getting the rest, and on the other hand, he is moving away from the heat that is cooling him down. So just a traveler rest under a tree, under the shade of a huge tree. Similarly, so the tree, the main thing to understand there is the tree did not stop the traveler. The tree is stationary there in its place, but the traveler stopped there. So we can call that as a medium of rest. Tree is a medium of rest for that traveler. So it becomes an instrumental cause. So instrumental cause means the one which does not directly uh, become a part of the process of that substance, but nevertheless it becomes an instrumental cause for that substance to perform certain functions. So this is a very big topic in Jainism, this cause and effect. Okay. So we are going to study this in detail in the next sem itself. This is the first sem that we are doing, but in the second sem, we'll study this in very detail. Cause and effect relationship, nimitta and upadana, principal cause and instrumental cause. So the principal cause is the inherent quality of that substance, and the instrumental cause is always the other substance which helps in the performance of a specific work. So it is only an instrumental cause. It cannot be a part of that substance or the process. It can not be the part of that process. So as a fish wanted to swim, the water acts as a medium. Similarly, a traveler wanted to take rest, so the tree becomes a medium. Okay. Now, moving on to the next substance is space. Space is Akash Dravya, Akash. So what this space does, the substance which accommodates all the other substances is known as space. Okay. So we are all here just because of the space, because the space gives us accommodation. Okay. So it gives accommodation to all the other substances. So the space gives accommodation to living being. The space gives accommodation to matter. The space gives accommodation to medium of motion, medium of rest, and time. Okay. So this is again a substance. Now moving on to the last substance, time, Kal Dravya. Now what this Kal Dravya does, this substance acts as an instrumental cause for change in other substances. Okay. So now all time Dravya. Now we say this units of seconds, minutes, hours, days, week, year, these are all conventional time. Okay. And the smallest indivisible part of conventional time is known as samay. Okay. So there are not a good English word for this samay, but we can call it as a moment, momentary. You can understand through that. So because of this time substance, the other substances are able to change their modifications every moment. Okay. So all the 6 substances have their unique distinctive features, but some common features are also there across all these substances. So the qualities are of two kinds, common qualities which are common across all the substances, and then there are specific qualities which are present in that particular substance. So, instrumental cause for a change is time. Okay. So the specific attribute of this time substance is change causation. Okay. Space, what is the specific quality of space? Accommodativeness. What is a specific quality of dharma dravya or medium of motion? That it acts as a instrumental cause in movement. And what is a specific quality of medium of rest? It acts as an instrumental cause for something to stop or be constant stationary, So these are four spatial substances, having specific qualities, and the other two are living being and matter. So this living being and matter has this spatial quality of movement, The other four substances like medium of motion, medium of rest, space and time, they are all, uh, stationary substances. They don't move around from one place to another place. Okay. But living being and matter, these two substances have this quality of moving from one place to another place. It is called a kinetic energy. This is a specific Kriyavati Shakti, kinetic energy. And because of this Kriyavati Shakti, it can move from one place to another place. So now you will be able to understand the chart, Let's see the chart. So now just try by yourself whether you are able to understand or not. Madhuji, you try for the first one, nature. You spell out what is the nature of its substance, and then you are able to understand it or not, you tell me.
Yes, sir. Can you repeat, sir, what I have to say?
So you have to, you can see this chart on the screen, and the
Right.
first point of discussion is nature. So you would say like this, that living being has this nature of consciousness,
Of
and
consciousness,
means to
movement,
know. Yeah.
yeah, and movement as well.
Yes.
We can touch, taste, smell, and color.
So that is the quality of what?
Matter.
Right. So you have to mention matter. Then?
Yeah. Then we have this medium of motion, ether,
Yes. Okay.
and medium of rest, for example, is tree.
Right. What is their nature?
Stationary.
No,
Stationary.
the other one, medium of motion. First you say medium of motion.
Yeah, medium of motion is ether.
Motion causation. Its nature is motion causation, right?
Motion cause.
Medium
Right.
of rest, the nature is stationariness causation.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
space.
Space is where we abode, whether anything that abodes. And
So
finally,
what is its nature? You can read from the chart, no?
Yeah, accommodativeness.
Right. And the last one?
is change causation. That is
Right. So that is the
cause of
nature
moving
of
from
time.
one place to
That is the
time.
change
Nature
causation
of
is nature of time.
time.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
So now you know this. Now
Yeah.
moving on to the next point of comparison is collection of attributes. Okay. So Gia, you tell me. You explain this collection of attributes.
I had a doubt in that only. I'm not sure what it means.
Pardon?
What is collection of attributes? I had a doubt in that only. I was
Yeah,
not sure what it
collection
means.
means it's a group of attributes, you know. Collection of attributes means गुणों
Okay,
का
but what
समूह.
kind of attributes?
Yeah, गुणों
Okay.
का समूह, qualities, you know. So living
Okay.
being is a collection of attributes. Matter is also a
Okay.
collection of attributes. Medium of motion, medium of rest, space, and time. All the six
How would
substances are collection of attributes.
how would medium of motion be collection of attributes?
Because it is also a substance, and a substance is a collection of attributes.
Okay, but what would its attributes be?
Pardon?
What would its attributes be? Medium of motion.
I'm not getting your question.
I'm asking what would the attributes of medium of motion be?
So medium of motion, the attributes like one is the motion causation, okay? That is a specific attribute, and there are common attributes that we will see, you know, common attributes
Okay.
across all substances, like all the six substances are eternal, okay? All the
Okay.
six substances are self-made. All the six substances are independent of one another. All the six substances are complete in itself, you know. Medium of motion will not
Okay.
take help from medium of rest. Medium of motion will not take help from space to perform its specific functions, you know. So all these substances are self-sufficient. All these six substances are eternal. All these six substances are independent of one another. All the six substances are self-made, you know. All these substances cannot be destroyed. All the six substances are not being controlled by any authority, you know. These are some of the common attributes across all six substances. We will learn for few more also as we finish this chart, okay? So
Okay.
this is collection of attributes, and that is common across
All
all
of
the
them.
six substances. All the six substances are collection of attributes. We can call it that it is a mass of attribute, okay? Each substance is a mass of attributes. Now, I would like to make you more clear about this. Now, we consider in it example uh, of a gunny bag having wheat grains in it, you know. So, so this substance is not just like a gunny bag, because gunny bag is also a mass of wheat grains. But here, the gunny bag is different and wheat grains are different. But the substance is like that, that substance is itself is a mass of attributes, okay? So similarly, the gunny bag is not a mass of grains, you know. It contains grains, that is true. But the gunny bag itself is different from the grain. So, but here it is not like that. The substance itself is a mass of attributes. That's all. So, the substance is different and attributes are different. It's not like that. It is substance itself is a mass of attributes. Okay. So I hope you will be able, you have been able to understand this. Okay. But we will touch on this topic more
Yes.
as we progress. Now, moving on to uh, the third point of discussion is non-living. So out of these 6 substances, which is non-living? All
Other
the
than
5
living
All
being.
five
Ah,
except
All
for
the 5,
Jeev.
exactly.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So except living being, all the 5 substances are non-living. Now the next point, more than one space point. Okay. Pradesh, we call it as Pradesh. So Bahu Pradeshi kaun hai? More than one space point. Which are the substances which are more than one space point? And which is the substance which has got one space point? Urja ji, you tell me.
All substances have got more than one space point except time.
Very good, very good. Similarly, Arun ji, you explain the point of discussion of eternal. Which are the substance are eternal?
But sir, for this more than one space point,
Yeah.
how is like the living being or the matter they are present at two places at the same time?
No, they are not present at 2 places at the same time.
Okay, then what does it mean more than one space point?
Okay, so more than one space point means that each substance has innumerable space point, Asankhyaat Pradeshi. So there are multiple Pradeses in Jeev, there are multiple Pradeses in Pudgal, there are multiple Pradesh in medium of motion, medium of
So what is
rest.
this Pradesh?
Pradesh is the space point. Okay. Uh, the
Area.
smallest of the particle is called atom. Okay.
Right.
So the space occupied by an atom, in the Akash Dravya is one Pradesh.
Okay. And then why is it a no for time?
Time is only one space point, So there are innumerable space points in this universe, and
Mhm.
each space point there is one unit of time.
But in a single unit of time, I mean, everything is accommodated in that single unit of time, right?
See, accommodativeness is the quality of space. Okay.
Okay.
So space is giving accommodation, and time in each space point, there is one time. Okay. One unit of time. So the whole universe has got infinite space points,
And
and
infinite time.
in each space point there is one time substance. So there are infinite time substance.
But
Okay.
why don't we take it as a single time? Like, why do we relate the time with each space point? Because at a
Be-
particular time, like it is
because
the same
so
time
the
for all
other
the substances.
substances have uh, more than one space point. Okay. And this time substance is a specific, this quality of time having one space point is the specific quality of a time. It is having one space point. That is its unique characteristic. Okay.
No, but at a
So
particular instant, that time is same for everyone, right?
yes, yes.
Then why
So
do we relate it to each and individual substance? Like, why is it not constant across all?
so time is a substance
Changing.
which is instrumental cause in the change happening across all the other substances. So all the substances are moving because of medium of motion. All the substances are into rest because of uh, medium of
Time.
rest. All the
Movement.
substances are having occupying a space because of space substance, and all the substances are undergoing change because of time. Okay. So
Okay.
more than one space point, all the substances have more than one space point, only time has only one space point. Okay. So
Okay.
one unit of time is an independent substance, and it occupies one space point only. So in the next space point, there will be another substance of time. Okay. So those two substances are independent of another. It does not help each other. Okay. So each space point has one time substance, and that is why the whole universe is able to do its function, because time substance is present everywhere.
Okay.
So now moving on to the next one, can you just,
Eternal. So it is a yes for all the substances.
yes. The next one, constant in
So what does this
numbers.
mean, eternal? Like they are forever, right? All the
Yes, there
substances.
is no beginning, there is no end. Nobody is a creator of these substances, and nobody can destroy these substances, and nobody is managing these substances. These substances are all independent, and they are doing their work independently, performing their task independently without any external help. Now this feeling, we are also a substance. So whatever we do is all independent. We are not dependent in anything in this universe. Being a soul, we are also a substance.
But
And
then for
we,
non-living things, aren't they dependent? I mean, like how can they exist by themselves?
so this matter is again a non-living thing. Okay. Let's
Mm-hmm.
take the example of matter. Now this mobile phone. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do you think? This mobile phone is one substance, or it is a collection of substance?
It is a collection of non-living substances, right?
Yes, it's a collection of non-living substances. That is true. Okay. So uh, each particle, each atoms in this matter of mobile phone, okay, each particle is independent,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes it eternal. So you can burn this mobile, okay? So what will happen to that particular particle or the atom? That atom will change into ash, okay?
Right.
But it is not destroyed. It is only changing its, what you
Form.
call, form. Yeah, it's changing its form. But it is not being destroyed. A body, a soul goes away from the body, and then we burn this body in the crematorium, okay? So this body gets converted into ash. Now, at some point of time, that ash will convert into something else. So it keeps on changing its form, but it is eternal. It cannot be destroyed. The number of substances in this universe is fixed. It cannot be increased or decreased. It only changes form. Similarly, number of souls in this universe is also fixed. It changes its form. Now we are in human form. So tomorrow somebody would leave this body and go to in another form. He may become a subhuman being. He can become a heavenly being. He can become a hellish being, but he will be there. The soul will not get destroyed. It only changes its form. So similarly, all the other substances are like this. So all
Okay.
the substances are eternal. All the substances are collection of attributes. Where there is yes, yes, yes for all the six substances that you can make out. These are the common attributes. Now, constant in number. So this is another common attribute across all the six substances. All are constant in numbers. It cannot increase, it cannot decrease.
But living
Now,
beings can increase, right?
how can it increase? You tell me.
The height increases, the weight increases. So in
So
that case,
that is all of the body, no? You have to separate it. Soul is different and the body is different. Soul, the height of the body that you are talking about is the height of the body. It is not
but
of
in
the
case
soul.
of plants,
Yeah.
they increase, right?
So the body of the plant increases. The soul in that plant does not increase. It
Okay.
is having innumerable qualities and it remains innumerable. So by this knowledge, we are so relaxed and happy that we went to hell, we went to Narak, we went to Nigod. Still, we didn't lost any of our qualities. The same qualities that we were having when we were in, say, hell, the same qualities we are possessing right now. And the same qualities we will possess when we get liberated. Even Mahavir Swami got liberated, but he is also having same number of qualities as we are. And that small ant is also having that same number of qualities. And that big elephant is also having the same number of qualities as a soul. Okay.
Yeah.
So we are all the substances are constant in number. Not a substance can be created, not a substance can be destroyed. You getting that
Yes. Yes, sir.
characteristic? Yeah, fine. So next is Labdhi Vora. You just explain non-corporeal. So now what is non-corporeal? I will make you understand, the one who has touch, taste, smell, color is a corporeal substance. Okay. The one which does not have touch, taste, smell, and color is non-corporeal. So how many substances are corporeal and how many non-corporeal? So we are just counting the non-corporeal. Now you explain.
Corporeal, those who have five senses, right?
Not five, I told four only.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
But we can call also five also, because these other substances don't have this quality of speech, So speech is not there with other substances. So you can, now you go ahead with your definition.
I'm not very sure actually.
You have to try, no? So there is a column of living beings. So living being is
Okay,
non-corporeal, okay? Matter
okay.
is corporeal.
But why is
Yeah.
living being a non-corporeal? Because
Ah, exactly.
Because it does not have space, taste, these qualities are not there in the soul.
okay.
But matter have these qualities. So you can see this column, non-corporeal, all the five are shown as yes, yes, yes. Only the matter is no, because matter is corporeal. It has got space, taste, smell, and color. Fine. Moving on to the next.
Okay.
Ability to move. Now, who else will try? Let me see. Shubhangi ji, you try. Which are the substances who has got ability to move, and which are the substance who does not have an ability to move? Just specify. Okay. Uh, she's not able to unmute herself. So Shefali ji will try. Shefali, you try.
Yeah. So can I just once repeat the question? Which all?
So everyone has to be very attentive in the class, I
Yeah.
don't mind repeating the questions, but if you are attentive, then you will be able to understand. This is a very, very good topic, I would say one of the most important topic. If you understand these six substances nature very clearly, you will get
Yes,
liberated.
sir.
You don't require any other knowledge. Only with this knowledge, you will get liberated. So
Okay.
this is such an important, that's why I'm taking so much time, to explain, because I'm not just want to finish the syllabus. I want each of you to understand it properly. So now we will see how practically we can use this information in our day-to-day life, and how can we become relaxed by this knowing this concept only. So ability to move. So
Excuse me, sir.
yeah.
At the end, can you just with an example explain
Yeah,
the
I'm giving
number of
example,
space
but
points?
I just called your name. You have to explain this thing, and you were not there on
Okay,
the.
at that time my Wi-Fi was not working, so voice was breaking.
Yeah,
So
no
I didn't
problem.
get that.
Now it is
Right.
very clear. You try this one. Which are the
Yes.
substances who having ability to move?
Okay. The living beings have the ability to move.
Yeah.
The matter have the ability to move. Medium of motion that does not have the ability to move. Medium of rest does not have. Space does not have, and time does not have the ability to move.
Okay, fine. Next
But why
is
medium of motion doesn't have the ability to move?
because it is one. If you see the next question, the quantity. Okay, you will understand.
Okay.
So next is Maltiji. You explain the quantity of each substances.
Yeah. I have a sore throat, so I may not be able to be audible.
But you are very clearly audible. You don't feel that
Great.
you have a sore throat.
Yeah, great.
Sore throat.
So thanks. It's according to this, it says the living beings have an infinite quantity, and
Yes.
the matter has infinite time. I don't know. This is not clear to me. It says the matter has infinite times.
Infinite. So
Infinite
Ananta
time.
Anant. Anant is infinite and
ये मैं समझ
Ananta
आ गई.
Anant.
जी जी.
Anant
Infinite.
into Anant is
Yeah, yeah,
Ananta
yeah.
Anant. So this
Ananta.
is infinite times
Yeah.
infinite. Yeah.
And then this medium of motion does not have quantity.
So it is one. Okay.
It is
So
one.
this
Yeah.
medium of motion, you can now make out that it is one substance across the universe. And similarly, medium of rest is also one. And
One
medium of
substance.
space is also one. आकाश द्रव्य पूरे ब्रह्मांड में एक ही
एक ही.
आकाश है. Okay.
Great.
And that
Yeah.
Akash Dravya gives accommodation to all other Dravyas.
Yes.
You know. So quantity wise, these three are one,
That's
one,
right.
one. And how many are time substances?
That is, it is an instrumental quantity, it seems. But time
No,
is infinite. Time is infinite.
no, it's written there, innumerable.
Innumerable. Yeah.
So what is the difference between infinite and innumerable? So innumerable is less than infinite. You will understand later. Okay. So there is something called numerable. There is something called innumerable, and there is something called infinite. These three differences are there. We will understand it later on, not now. Okay. So the quantity wise, you know. Okay.
Can you
So,
please
so
repeat, sir?
yeah, I'll
Can you?
repeat. Yeah, I'll repeat. So
Yes.
quantity wise, living
Thank
beings
you.
are infinite. How many living beings in this universe? Infinite. Okay. So what happens, you know, every 6 months, there are 600 living beings who gets liberated. Okay. Every 6 months. Every 6 months, this is a universal law, you know. Every 6 months, 608 souls will get liberated and will move on to Siddhalaya. And 608 Jiv will come out of Nigod state. Nigod is a one sense being. It is a part of Vanaspati, you know, Vanaspati. So Vanaspati has got two divisions, you know. So there are 5 one-sensed beings, okay? Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, and Vanaspati. Okay. Now this Vanaspati is divided into 2. Sadharan Vanaspati and Pratyek Vanaspati. So this Sadharan Vanaspati is Nigod. Nigod means, you know, one body having infinite living being in itself, just like
Moss.
kandamul, you know, one particle of potato you take, there are infinite souls in it. Body is one, but there are infinite souls living in it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, can you repeat the five one sense beings that you
Ah,
just told?
Agni, Agni is fire, Jal is water, Vayu is
Air, wind.
air. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Air, Agni, Jal, Vayu, Prithvi, earth. Okay, these are
Prithvi.
4. And then the Vanaspati,
Vanaspati. Okay.
plant, plant kingdom.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so fine. So we have understood the quantity, and that gives your answer why medium of motion and medium of rest and space are not able to move. Clear? Arun, your question? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Number of space points. Now, Rita ji, you explain this.
Rajesh-ji,
Yeah.
question about quantity. So if 608 souls get liberated every
Yes.
6 months,
Right.
and there are infinite souls, but
Right.
infinite to the infinite times infinite matter. That
Right.
means at any one point in time,
Hmm.
the universe will at least have a few Pudgal dravyas that will still not be liberated at any one point in time, right? There'll never be a point in time
Pudgal
where
Dravya never gets liberated.
oh, that's right, it's soul. Yes.
Only
Okay,
soul
I
will get
answered my
liberated.
own question.
Yeah. And you can may ask me that if this is the this is happening since time immortal, every 6 months 608 bits are liberated. So one day will come when all the souls are get liberated. It could happen or not. What practically you
It
feel?
can. It
No.
can because
Arun, what you
because
feel? If 600 gets liberated every 6 months, that's one time will come when the all the souls in this universe will get liberated. It could happen.
Yes, it may.
It will never happen.
No,
It
no.
will never happen.
Why?
Because the
No, then the existence of universe will not be there.
Yes, and infinite means infinite. You cannot count, Infinite means what? Now we say no 99.9999999 infinite. Infinite means there is no end to that. So even every 6 months 600 may get liberated. Okay, 608 souls gets liberated. That's a rule. But still, there will be always infinite souls in this universe. So that is the figure, that is the quantity of infinite. Anant, there is no end. Infinite means there is no end. Now, these are some of the things that our omniscient told us about. Otherwise, no scientist will be able to discover this. It is such a subtle thing, but the omniscient, the knowledge, same knowledge quality we are also having. And one day it is going to manifest in the same manner. We will be also knowing all the substances of this universe with their past and future, all at one time. Keval Gyan, So now we have Matisrut Gyan. Gradually, as we upgrade our knowledge, we will be increasing this knowledge, and one day it will get complete knowledge.
But sometimes, sir, if I can speak,
Yeah.
our conscious keeps telling us, right?
What?
And if we follow what is wrong, what is right,
Right.
if we follow that, we can get liberated.
So now you have to align that consciousness of yours with the facts that we read in scriptures.
Daily.
Yeah. So you may feel that there are 100 days in a week. Okay. Example.
Yes.
But that does not happen. No, your knowledge is wrong. There are 7 days in a week. Now, who is going to correct this knowledge?
We know it actually.
So you have to accept the truth, no?
Yes. Exactly. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so this is our primary function, that we are getting all sorts of knowledge. Some are correct knowledge, some are wrong knowledge. So we have this responsibility of knowing each thing and what is good for me, what is beneficial for me, what is harmful for me, what is correct, what is not correct. So
Analyze. Yeah.
these are all the decisions that we have to take. And if our knowledge is not correct or it is not upgraded, we may take wrong decisions, you know.
Yeah.
So we were discussing about the quantity. So that is over. Infinite, infinite times infinite, 1, 1, 1, and innumerable. Okay. So if I ask you, which is the highest quantity, which substance is having the highest quantity of sorry, which substance is of highest quantity?
Time.
Time.
Matter.
Matter.
Matter. What would be next?
The next would be living
Time.
being.
Living being.
Living being.
Living
Very
being.
good, very good.
And then
What?
the time.
Then the time. And then
And
All together. Medium of
all
motion,
together.
medium of rest and space.
yes, very good. Good. Now moving on to the next and the last point, number of space points. Okay. किसके कितने प्रदेश है? So जीव कैसा, जीव के कितने प्रदेश है? How many space points does a living being possess? Who is left over? 1 minute. I'll just want to connect everyone. So now I think Rita, you have done, no? Rita ji, you have done?
No, I haven't done it.
Okay, so you try.
Okay, number of space points for living being is innumerable.
Hmm.
For matter, Parmanu, one
Hmm.
conglomerate,
Great.
many innumerable or infinite.
Hmm. So you are understand,
And
you are able
then
to understand what is written over in the column of the matter. Parmanu
I
1.
don't know the
So
meaning of
the smallest unit of matter is called Parmanu, atom. Okay. So atom is the smallest indivisible particle of matter. Okay.
yeah.
So when we consider one atom, one atom is one substance. Okay.
Yeah.
And what we see now as a mobile, it's a collection of infinite atoms in that mobile. The whole
Yeah.
mobile is one, but it is not one. If you analyze it through a microscope, you will find that there are infinite atoms in it. Okay. So matter as a particular Parmanu, it is one. Okay.
Yeah.
It is only having one space point, one Parmanu, one space point. Okay. But it joins with another Parmanu and becomes a skand called conglomerate. Okay. So I can say this mobile is a skand. So when it is a skand means two, so one Parmanu mixing up with another Parmanu. Then this two Parmanu mixes up with another 5 group of Parmanus. Then this 5 group of Parmanu mixes up with another 7 group of Parmanus. So similarly, this skand happens. So skand is not, a skand is a collection of Parmanu. Okay.
Yeah.
All these Parmanu have this quality of mixing up with another. So soul can mix up with another soul?
No.
No.
Why?
Because soul is on its own.
Yes. So soul does not have this quality of mixing up with others. Each soul is independent and it remains independent. Even when we go to Siddhalaya, all the souls are stationed there independently. Nobody touches another soul. Okay.
Okay, so the next one is
No, wait,
medium.
this is not finished. Parmanu is
Oh, okay.
one, and as a conglomerate, it is many. Now you understood
Many.
this? Now the
Yeah.
next, innumerable or infinite. Okay. So the division is many, innumerable, or infinite. That means there are some matter substances which has many space points. Okay. There are some matter substances which has got innumerable space point. And then there are some substances which has got infinite space points. Is this clear?
Yeah.
So all the matter does not have same number of Parmanus or same number of space points in it. Okay. There are some who has got many, there are some who has got innumerable, and there are some which has got infinite. So infinite is
So
the highest number of space of points, and then it could be one also, just like Parmanu.
so can we say that collection of Parmanu can become innumerable or infinite?
Yes, right. So collection of Parmanus could be many, could be innumerable, could be infinite. So that's why there are three names given there, that some matter are like this, some matter are like this, and some matter are like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I think this is clear.
I have a question.
Yeah.
If the rule of Dravia is independence,
Right.
then Parmanu, when it join together, they just join together, they don't mix. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. They join together, but each Parmanu is independent in itself. But they, because of their specific qualities, they have this quality to mingle with another Parmanu. But soul does not have that capacity. Soul does not mix up with any other soul. Okay. Next, medium of motion. How many? Yeah, continue.
Medium of motion is innumerable, as well as medium of rest is innumerable. The space has infinite, and time is one.
Okay, good. So number of space points. So the quantity wise, medium of motion, medium of rest, and space are one. They are one. Okay. But number of space points, innumerable, and infinite. Now, tell me one thing. By understanding the nature of each substances, so I would ask you one question: why there are 6 divisions of substances? Why not 7? And why not 5? Now, who will answer this?
Because the 6 divisions cover all the aspects of life, like living, non-living, matter of time, the one which consists all the space and the rest. That is why, I guess.
Good try, but I will not say this is the right answer. But still, anyone else want to give a different opinion from what who said this?
Shubhangi.
I think if you
Shubhangi ji, right. Okay.
if you pick any one substance in the universe, it will belong to one of these 6 different types of substances.
Correct.
It'll fit at least in one place.
Correct.
Yeah.
So my
Broad
question is why not 7? And why not 5? Why there are 7 days in a week? Why not 8 days in a week? Why not 6 days in a week? Why the sun shines in the east and the sun sets on the west? Now there are
Because it's already written out. It's already written.
Okay, that's a good answer, but I would like
Through
to have
omniscience,
Related
through
to the
omniscience.
motion of the sun and the moon in the universe.
1
No,
minute.
this is derived from
One at a
omniscience.
time. One at a time. I would like to hear everyone, but one at a time. So, Gia, you were saying something?
No, I was talking.
So who was one at a time?
You know,
So is
I actually I don't really I don't really know, but I like to give it a try.
Yeah.
Because
Hmm.
it's just nature, and nature is beginningless and endless.
Okay.
is it
So you have to accept it.
They fulfill each other.
Matter of nature of substance is like that. You have to accept it. Why it is 5 is not a question. Why it is not 7 is not a question. Because there are 6 and you accept it. So there are some things, nature of things where the argument does not stand, You cannot argue. It is nature of things you have to accept. You have to accept the nature of things as it is. So there are 6 substances in this universe, 6 types of substance in this universe. You have to accept it. Okay. And how do we know that there are 6 and not 7? Because the omniscient have
that is
seen
what I
this,
said. Yes.
have seen these, and in their holy sermons, they have said all these things. And through that, the Gandhar, the chief perceptor, okay, he acquired this knowledge from there, and then he manifested it and he passed it on to another acharyas, and this another acharya passed on it to another acharyas, and similarly the tradition has been coming to us, and then there were nobody to grasp this knowledge. So the book started, the writing of the book started.
Lipi.
Yeah,
Mm.
Lipibad. And from there, the scriptures have been made. And from that scriptures, we are reading this and understanding it. So if somebody wants to do a very deep knowledge on these substances, then he must refer Pravachan Sarji Granth. Pravachan Sarji Granth, it is all whatever we discussed just today, that has all been picked from Pravachan Sarji Granth.
Okay. It is otherwise called Agam, sir.
So this Agam means whatever has been come through the sermons of Jinendra Dev or the Tirthankar is Agam.
Yeah. Yes.
Agam is scriptures, Okay. Yeah. So I hope everyone knows now the nature of substances, the function that each substance is functioning, and there are some common qualities among them, and then they have got specific qualities also in them. And through the specific qualities, we are able to identify each substance, The quality to know is with soul only. No other substance can have this quality of knowledge. Okay.
Living books.
Now these qualities of touch, taste, smell, and color belongs to matter substance. No other substance has this quality. Now these qualities of being an instrumental cause in medium of motion is only that dharma dravya is having. No other substance has this quality. And similarly, a specific quality of medium of rest that lies with non-ether. Okay. Then there is a quality of giving accommodation to other substances, and that substance is space. And then there is this quality of causing a change in other substances is time. No other substance has this quality. So we are identifying the substances to their specific qualities, and that specific qualities is there in that particular substance and no other substance. Okay. So I hope I have given you. Now I'm coming, it's still 1 hour 15 minutes and I'm not finished, and I don't want to finish because this is such a good topic that I would leave everything in this universe, to get this knowledge. So it's very important. So now we are moving on to one example where, we will be covering all the 6 substances. Okay. Very simple example. Now I am moving this finger. Can you see on screen?
Yes, sir.
Everybody can see, right? So I'm moving this finger. Now you tell me whose function is this?
The finger's function.
Okay.
Living being.
So finger is what? You a living being or
Living
a
being.
matter?
Living
Matter.
being.
Matter, not living being. Okay. Soul is a living being, but this is not soul. This is what you can see through eyes is always a matter. You see the sky is blue. Okay. So that blue is Akash Dravya or it is a matter Dravya? You tell me.
Matter.
Matter. Why? Because it's having a color. So anything who is having a color is a matter substance. Very simple. Okay. So now I am again moving this figure. Now you tell me what is which are the substances involved here?
Medium of motion and rest.
Oh, very good. Very good. What else? There is a space also in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And since it is moving, so there is a time also involved there.
Yes.
All the well.
So yes, very good. So now my moving of this finger is a function of 6 substances, 6 types of substances. Okay. But I say that I am moving my finger. Now, how correct is this knowledge?
This is not correct.
So now, previously we were talking like this only. I am moving my finger. But now with this knowledge of 6 substances, you know that you are not moving the finger. This finger is functioning on its own. It is moving independently. Soul cannot move a substance. Right?
So
the
just
next
one
question.
doubt.
You say yes. You say, if you are accepting, you say yes.
Yes.
So my next question would be, then what is the function of the soul?
The soul just
see.
understands what is
To see
happening
and
in the body.
anubhav.
Yes. So
Yes,
the function of the
consciousness.
soul is an observer. He is an observer.
Drashta.
Okay. So if you accept this, then your knowledge is correct. But you say, no, मैं तो करता हूँ. Then your knowledge is not correct. And this is
Like
just
if we touch
because of
something.
delusion, we believe that we are doer of these things.
Sir, I have a question. Like if we touch something hot,
Okay.
then our body feels some pain or something like that.
Okay.
Then it is the body which feels, and we are just the observer of observing the pain which is done to the body.
Yes. So that pain is there. Okay. We can experience that pain, but the soul is an observer. The soul is not an experience of that pain. Okay. So somebody may shout at the top of his voice because he's having immense pain, unbelievable. But still, at that point of time, the soul that is there in that body is an observer. The whole enterprise of the movement of the body is not my function. Okay. So now, again, coming back to that question, I am moving this finger. How correct is this knowledge? Answer?
You are not moving the finger is just moving by itself at that time, at that point.
Yes, very good. Who else are agreeing to this answer?
I do.
Okay. So is there anybody who is not agreeing to this answer? Nobody is there. So now I feel everyone has understood. So because of delusion, we believe that we are doing it. Now I am moving this hand like this. I feel that I am doing this action. But actually, it is the function of 6 substances. Okay. Is this clear? Now somebody had a question. Somebody had raised the hand.
Like if this is happening like this, then how do we express that? Abhito, we say we are moving our hand. But then how do we say the substances are moving the hand? It's very complicated.
Why you would like to say like that? Because in a conventional language, we always say that I am moving the hand. But then there is a real point of view. What is the fact? I am not moving the hand because the hand does not belong to me. It's a matter. It's a matter. The soul goes away from this body and we cremate this. We go and burn this body in the crematorium. So if the body is yours, then why do we burn it? The body is not yours. The soul, moment the soul goes away, this body is a dead body. And
Sir,
right
I
now,
have a question.
also it is a dead body. You are believing that you are doing this thing. You are now I may believe that I am explaining this to the students. So I am explaining, or the voice that is coming out of my mouth is all Bhasha Vargana, Pudgal Dravya. So how I can say that I am a Pudgal Dravya? But from the conventional point of view, we say that I am talking, I am explaining, I am the teacher, you are the student, you are listening. But the real point of view says that nobody is teaching, nobody. Everyone is understanding because everyone has got this quality of knowledge in them.
Consciousness.
Consciousness, right. And because of that consciousness, he is understanding according to his ability. There is a class, 30 students in it, teacher is one, but somebody comes first, somebody comes second, somebody comes last, and somebody fails. Same teacher, same class, same teachings, but everyone's ability is different. Okay?
Yes.
So I hope everything is more or less clear.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
The ability to understand, it's counted as a body ability or a soul ability to understand?
Understand is a quality of the soul.
Consciousness, right?
Yes,
So
knowledge.
what we learn, it is said that we somehow take that into the next form of our life, of the soul.
No. Now you are a software engineer here in this birth. And now you take birth in another, say, Tiryanch Gati. Or you get birth in a plant. So this knowledge of software is not there.
But sometimes
But if you acquire this knowledge about the soul, which is you actually, and you go to the next birth, you carry this knowledge. That is why it is being said that you spend your time by understanding this thing, because this is going to come with you. Now that money in the bank, that is going to remain here only. Why you are spending time after it when you have got enough for, for yours, this life to survive, that is enough. So why you want to acquire more and more and more? Why you want to become an Elon Musk? Why you want to become a Ambani? Why you want to become a Tata Birla? and there is no end to it. And there is no certainty that you will acquire that knowledge, that wealth. There is no guarantee. If it is in destiny, it will come. If it is in not your destiny, you will not get it. But you are spending time after it. The quality time that you could spend understanding the scriptures and, elevate yourself. You are a God. Believe it. Just believe it. I am a soul. I am a pure soul. I am God. I am complete. I am mass of infinite attributes. One of my attributes, knowledge, that can expand, and I can know everything in this universe at one time. When I manifest complete knowledge, yeah, and that same knowledge we all are having. Even a two-sensed ant, three-sensed ant, he is also having the same quality. But because he spent time unimportant things in this life, he became an ant. Now we have got this opportunity, human life. After so many millions, billions of life getting a birth in other species, we have come to this human life. And now if we don't understand this, then again we will be thrown into the ocean of this transmigration. And we never know we will get a human life again when. And even if we get a human life, if we will get, how do we get this knowledge of Jainism? How we got, even if we are born in a Jainism, who has this true knowledge? Who has access to this true knowledge? And even if we have access to true knowledge, there must be somebody to explain like this. Now we had a very small chapter on Bal Bodh part 2 about Dravya, substance. Now what you can make out from that small chapter? And what we have explained now, and how rich is your knowledge right now? You are seeing that whatever is happening around you is happening very independently. Nobody is doer of it. Nobody is controller of it. Nobody is manager of it. Nobody is destroyer of it. Everything is happening independent. And then what you are? I am a soul. So what is my function? I am an observer. I am an observer. That is the end of my function. I don't go beyond that. But I believe that I am managing this family, I am managing this business, I am cooking, I am bringing up the kids. If I would not have been there, then these kids would have been, bechara. But it is not that. Every soul has taken birth in this human life with his own set of auspicious and inauspicious karma, and accordingly it gets. So one last question on this. So how do we have got access to this knowledge? You can say destiny. So how this destiny has manifested? Because in our previous birth, we must have done some good things. And we must have bound those special auspicious karmas. Special auspicious karma, not ordinary auspicious karma. Even a dog, even a dog in a movie star's place, he gets the best of treatment. But that is not auspicious karma. Special auspicious karma. Of course, there is special karma. There are stray dogs who doesn't get a food even the whole day, They are barking, and nobody is going to feed them. And this dog in a movie star's place, he is enjoying all the good things in life. So this is the fruition of auspicious karma of that dog. But ours is a special type of auspicious karma where we have got access to this kind of knowledge. And with this simple chapter of substance, you can extract so many things from it. And actually, you can understand your nature, that I am a soul, I am a pure soul, and because I am a pure soul, I have got infinite qualities in me. And with those infinite qualities, I am experiencing eternal bliss. The moment you become a doer, the anxiety, the stress, everything sets in. Now, if anybody understands this chapter, there will be never a depression in their life. Because why we feel depressed? Because we have certain things in our mind as expectation, and that expectation does not get fulfilled, and we become sad. But here, the nature of things says that there is nothing called expectation in this universe. It is your imagination. Everything is uh, everything is doing its functions independently. All the substances in this universe are performing their task independently, and there is nothing wrong happening anywhere. Whatever is happening is all very perfect, very correct. There is nothing wrong in happening. So somebody got killed in a war. Is this justified? Somebody being raped, is this justified? Somebody being killed, is this justified? But the nature of things is everything is in perfect order. That person who got killed, he killed that person in previous birth. So he is getting back what he has done. That lady got raped because she raped him in some other birth. Ravan and Sita, Ravan and Sita and Lakshman, they were together since last 10 births. And in each birth, Lakshman would kill Ravan, or Ravan would kill Lakshman. And that enmity was going on. And they came to this human birth. And so Ravan being married to so many beautiful wives, all very good looking, beautiful. And I think Ravan had 18,000 wives. But still, he got attracted to Sita. And not only got attracted, he kidnapped Sita. And then he realized his mistake, and then he thought, I will return Sita, but after winning the war. And that's what led to its downfall, and now he is in Narak. Of course, he is going to become a Tirthankar in future births, and then he will attain liberation. But now he is passing time in Narak. Lakshman is in Narak. Sita is in
He's
Swarg.
got moksha. Yeah.
Sita is in Swarg now, and Ram got liberated in that birth itself. So you have to understand the independence of each substance. So this whole universe is in automotion. There is nobody who is controlling this universe. But we may read in the newspaper कि इसने ऐसा कर दिया, इसने ऐसा कर दिया. But किसी से ने कुछ किया नहीं है. This is all because of delusion. आपको ऐसा लग रहा है. But it is not like that. You have to understand the facts. So as you read the scriptures, gradually your knowledge gets upgraded. And with this upgraded knowledge, now when there will be a instance in your life, day-to-day life, somebody may abuse you, then what you will internally understand about that? That he is not the abuser. Okay, that abusers has come out of his mouth on its own. It is a function of Pudgal Dravya. It is a function of matter.
Also the
Previous.
same karma I did in my previous life.
So karma is also there, and he is not the doer of that. He is a innocent God. I am also an innocent God. And just because of the fruition of karma, he is only an instrumental cause. I have my asata vedniya karma. Okay. And because of that, that fellow is giving me, abusing me. So if you can picturize, capture all these facts, then you will be calm. You will say sorry. So now you see, the peace, the tranquility, the serenity is all this, or all our qualities. It is there in the soul, but we are not able to experiencing it. We are not able to experience it because we are manifesting these passions every moment. And this passions is killing our peace. And we are considering other people to be, disturbing us, harming us. But there is no way that anybody can harm you, anybody can disturb you, anybody can kill you, all these are false knowledge. So as we upgrade our knowledge, our ignorance gradually goes away. And we are moving into the direction of having a right knowledge. So this could be done instantly, just like Maggie, 2 minutes. No, it is a process. We are into that process, work in progress. And gradually, we are upgrading our knowledge. Now we are just reading Bal Bodh. We have not even started the syllabus of this course. But each and every topic is so deep, no? You can extract whatever you can. So now next time you read this chapter again of substance, you will have everything in your mind at that point of time when you read. Okay? So I would not like to end, but I have to end, it is almost 1 hour and 37 minutes that we have been discussing this chapter. And still I'm not satisfied, and still you are also not satisfied. But we stop here, and we will touch on this topic again in Balbodh 3. In Balbodh 3, there is one chapter called Substance, Attributes, and Modification. And that is going to be ultimate.
I just had one question.
Yes.
So, how what does Jainism think about the mind? Like, is the mind seen as like part of matter, or is it living?
So there are two ways which we can look at. Mind is considered to be a matter, okay, from one perspective. And it is knowledge. The knowledge quality of the soul is our mind only.
Okay.
Okay. So we have man, man mein vichar chalte hain. Okay. So this man is mind only. And there the thoughts keeps on flowing. Okay. Now, as a soul, whether you are doer of those thoughts or those thoughts are coming automatically. Now you answer me.
I'm not sure. I think the thoughts come automatically too. It's
So the thoughts are coming automatically. But when somebody gets a wrong thought, he feels guilty. He or she feels guilty. He feels that how bad I am. Why I'm getting these bad thoughts. But actually that thought has come automatically. So this is the delusion that you have to remove.
Yeah.
There are some beliefs that we already have, and that belief can be of this birth, or and the sanskars from previous births also we have. As we just discussed now, Ravan, Lakshman, and Sita, they were there together since last 10 births, and that account was coming on. And in this birth also, they got together in some form or the other form, in some relation or other relation. somebody is your parents in this birth, but in the next birth you can be a parents to them. Like now we are in this class, there's somebody from USA, somebody from some other country, Australia, and somebody from India, and in India there are different states, but we all got connected at one place on Zoom meeting. Our thoughts are going across the same manner. Now we are discussing Dravya, so everybody is thinking about Dravya. But it's all automatical. It is not just because the Parmagam honors course is there that we are meeting up. It's all happening very automatical. So now you have to realize this truth that everything is functioning independently on its own. There is no doer, there is no manager, there is no destroyer. Everything is in automotion mode, and there is a lot of activities going on every moment, just as we are now studying. But if you see outside your window, there are a lot of things happening on its own. Now, if you consider that, no, I am doer of these activities, then you can believe. It's up to you. You can say that I am managing this whole of country, I am managing. But then somebody would say, ye pagal hai. He's a mad guy. Why? Because he's saying that I am the king of this land. And everything should run according to me. So if I start shouting on the top of my voice, would anyone believe? No. So it is my imagination. And that's why people land up in a mental hospital. Because that imagination takes so much of importance in his life that he is always imagining, and when he imagines, he talks on those things and which are not relevant at that point of time. And so the family members feels that, oh, he has gone mad. Let's put him in a mental hospital. But we are also mad. We are also an observer, but we believe ourselves to be a doer. And not our doer. We are doer of the whole universe. We want to become a doer of this universe. Our desires are such. So those desires are also coming independently to a soul. He is just an observer. So if you become an observer, you remain an observer, then you are doing the right thing. But what we do is we go beyond being an observer and we become a doer. I am doing that thought, this is my brain. I researched so much and I came out with this product. I am the discoverer of this product. Now, all these discoveries and inventions that you see across, that come into that knowledge of that person. And that person thought that I am the doer. And so even in conventional way, we say that he is the Alexander Bell invented telephone, and Edison invented bulb, and so forth and so forth. Everything, Wright brothers invented aeroplane, we say this kind of talks, and that are very true from the conventional point of view. But when we look at it from real point of view, who is going to discover what? Nothing doing. It's all happening independently. It's all happening at the right time. It's all happening very correctly, perfectly. There is nothing wrong happening in anybody's life. You may say that I am suffering from such and such disease. But the fact says that it's all happening independently. That body does not belong to you. So when the body does not belong to you, that disease also does not belong to you. And you are perfectly all right as a soul, as a pure soul. Now it's up to your belief, what you believe yourself. If you believe yourself to be a soul and observer, you are absolutely correct, and you are absolutely relaxed and you are enjoying that moment. But if you become a doer, then there is a feeling of anxiety. So we can say now, by acquiring the right knowledge, you can charter your destiny. How the future will be. So I would now say my future. I am acquiring this knowledge, and with this knowledge, I will try to manifest these attributes that I am possessing, and these attributes will be manifested in the modification, and this will all go on automatically. I though remain an observer in all these situations. So from the spiritual development of the 4th stage to the 14th stage to getting liberated, everything will happen, but I will not be a doer. I will get liberated and go to Siddhalaya, and from there we will be experiencing eternal bliss forever. The soul remains forever. Even if I don't do this, I will remain forever, but then I will be doing transmigration from one species to another species. And here we got an opportunity, we understand ourselves, and we get liberated. This universe will go on. This sansar will go on. People will come and go. People will come and go. And according to their karmas, they will get birth. And this whole function will go on, go on, go on. Independently.
Sir, your internet is going away, sir. We could not listen to you.
1 minute. I'll just stop the video. It might help. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it is better. You can.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, it is better. We could not hear what you said towards the last.
Yeah. So, so I was talking my journey. Okay. So what would be my journey? What is the benefit of getting this type of knowledge? So by getting this knowledge, earlier also I was believing that I am removing the finger. I'm moving this finger. I used to believe that. So from that to this knowledge that everything is happening independently, nobody is responsible for nothing. And with this knowledge, I am getting happiness. I don't feel that somebody is inflicting pain on me. I know that he cannot inflict a pain on me. And the bodily pain is not mind pain. I am a mass of infinite attributes, and each attribute is performing its own functions independently. And I am a mass of infinite attributes, and each attribute is modifying every moment, and it is performing its own functions. And I am the owner of this enterprise. So there are some part of mind which is constant, and there is some part of mind which is manifesting every moment. Okay. So we have the substance, attributes, and modification. So there is an evolution and extinction in modification every moment. New modifications are coming up every moment, and the old modifications are going away every moment. This is happening very independently, and in spite of this evolution and extinction, there is a part which is constant, and I am that constant. I am the observer of this evolution and extinction, but I am not a doer of evolution and extinction. Now, what difference does it make whether you get 1 crore rupee, or you get 100 crores of rupees, or you don't have any money with you? What difference does it make? Still an observer. Even if you get 100 crores, you are still an observer. You don't possess that 100 crores, But because of delusion, we feel that I am in possession of 100 crores. This is my net worth. So you see, there are delusions at every point of time. There are delusions that is into play every moment. Now we need to discriminate. Okay. So now we will learn about discriminate knowledge. So there are two things happening simultaneously. One is the bodily functions and the other is the soul's functions. Now, which one do I believe as of mine? So if I believe myself to be a soul, then my function is observer, nothing more. But if I believe myself to be a body, then there are manifold functions that I'm doing it right now. Okay, so we could not start the chapter. There are 9 minutes left in our class, but I would still like to take some questions if you have in your mind. Otherwise, I would.
Rajesh,
Yeah.
Excuse me.
yes.
Yep.
I have a question. Sometimes I get asked, can you prove that a potato has negod living in them? How do you answer that question?
So, as I said, why there are 6 substances in this universe and not 5 and 7? Why there are 7 days and a week? So
Okay,
you have to
so the
accept
answer is
nature of things. It is nature of things. Now
yeah.
there are so many lives in a particle of potato. Okay. So scientifically still you can prove this. There are microscopes. There are microscopes who says that there are uncountable 2-sensed, 3-sensed living beings in a drop of water. You see, search on Google, 1 drop of water, and you see that there are so many moving creatures. Can you imagine? So if you use unfiltered water, you will be responsible for all those karmas. You will be binding those karmas. So that's why we have got this discipline of Jainism. We believe in non-violence. So every soul is a god. So how we can instruct pain on other souls?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, if everything happens to us automatically, our thoughts come automatically, our actions happen automatically, then how can we be accountable for our actions? So ये पाप हमने किया, ये क्यों फिर?
Who is accounting?
I mean, ये होता है, like we have done something wrong and we have to take price shit for that or whatever.
So why you consider yourself to be a doer of that activity?
So we are not even accountable.
पाप होगा या पुण्य होगा, वो फल भी मिलता है, लेकिन वो मिलता कहाँ है? सोल को मिलता है कि बॉडी को मिलता है? Now you have got this comfort in this life. वो पुण्य के उदय में मिला है आपको, लेकिन किसको मिला है? बॉडी को मिला है कि सोल को मिला है? That is my question. ठीक है, बॉडी को मिला है, बॉडी बहुत अच्छी देखने में है, ये जो नाम कर्म है ना, नाम कर्म. So there are 93 divisions of Nam Karma, and out of that 93 subdivisions, one division is Suswar, Duswar. So somebody getting a voice of Lata Mangeshkar is Suswar, and somebody getting a voice like a horse or a gada, is Duswar. उसको दूसवर का उदय है तो उसका आवाज ऐसा है, उसका सुस्वर का हुए है, so he's got a very good voice. Similarly, someone is looking very beautiful. Again, it is Nam Karm. But I consider myself to be beautiful. So there the delusion is into play.
Okay.
So you have to clear this wrong belief, okay? And it will not go at one stroke. It will be a gradual process. You will gradually start understanding this knowledge, and you will be upgrading this knowledge, and your ignorance will gradually go away. Okay?
Okay.
So the important thing is that you get into this process, okay, and spend time with this Jinvani and study it again and again, and things will come out of it. It will come out of its own in your knowledge, and Jinvani will be only an instrumental cause. Now also your understanding is through your knowledge. I am not making you understand. You are understanding on your own. Okay, and if you understand, then I can be called an instrumental cause. But I cannot be a principal cause. Principal cause is your own knowledge. The knowledge that you possess, the knowledge that you upgrade, the knowledge that you acquire by spending time in this kind of activity. So the final principle is that ek dravya, one substance, cannot do anything for another substance. Okay. Similarly, one attribute cannot do anything for another attribute. And similarly, one modification cannot do anything to the next modification. One moment ago, you were having a wrong belief, and the next moment you get samyak darshan, right belief. So wrong belief is not a cause of right belief, but it was there previously. So everything is happening independently. There is nobody a doer of anything, okay? And we believe ourselves to be a doer, that is just because of delusion. And now we need to eradicate that delusion. And there is no shortcut to that. You have to read the scriptures. Not only read the scriptures, then you have to contemplate on that. Not only contemplate, then you have to come at a decision. Now, if you come to a decision right now, I am the pure soul. Just lift your hands and say that I am a pure soul. And you believe yourself. That's all. It could be so much easy. So the importance is that you have to arrive at a decision. And when you want to arrive at a decision, you have to analyze it. And when you want to analyze it, you have to read it. Okay. So we again come back to that. So reading, acquiring knowledge, contemplating on that, and then you come to a final decision. And then decision remains with you, not only this life, but this decision you are going to carry in the next birth. Because these are the right decisions regarding your soul, and you are a soul. So whatever you understood about soul, that is going to be carried forward. But what you understand about a computer or a management or a medical science, that is all going to remain here only. And you have very limited time with you. Your death is fixed, and it's going to happen at the right time. Nobody can alter its time of death. The famous ruler Sikandar, he had so much of wealth with him, but he could not extend his life. He wanted to meet his mother, but he could not meet. And then he said to his assistant that when I die and when my procession is taken out, put all this wealth there and show to everybody in this universe that it's all this wealth I had, but it could not give me a moment extra, could not buy me a moment extra. Okay, time is over, and yeah, 10:29. So we are almost through to our time. Hope you had understood it properly. I would request all of you to listen to this recording once again, okay, and make a note
Can we have
yourself.
it, sir?
Yeah. You're going to get recording within 5-10 minutes here in this group only. So you would just not only listen, you make a notes of it, you copy that chart, you make a chart for yourself in your book, and whatever you can write notes on this, you write. And I would consider this homework, as a what would
preparation for the next class.
no, not this. In this syllabus, we are not have started the syllabus, so leave it. But this is for your own enjoyment. Okay. So otherwise I would have taken this as a concept clarity 1. But since
Your
this,
voice is breaking, sir.
okay, again, I have to stop this video, I think. Sometimes there is an internet problem. Okay, so there is an Antarai Karm Ka Uday, you know. The Antarai Karm Ka Uday breaks my voice, it does not reach to you. So there is an Antarai Karma of Uday, Mera bhi or Aapka bhi. Okay, and so this voice does not, the sound particles does not does not travel and reach your ear. And I believe that I am doing it. So again, so whatever you do throughout today and maybe this whole week, just try to, you put a stopwatch every hour. You should have these thoughts that everything is happening independently and I am only an observer. I am only an observer. I am only an observer, and you see, you will really feel that there is a change in my life. You have identified your true identity. You are a soul, you are a pure soul, but you believe to be a just human being, just the degree that you have acquired, I am a doctor, I am an engineer, I am a housewife, I am a whatnot. We have many titles on our head, but we are not that. We are only an observer. That is our true identity. ठीक है. Happy listening and happy
Thank
writing
you,
notes.
sir.
Happy writing notes. And
Thank
this
you.
is going to remain with
Thank
you
you.
permanently. And this is a one-time exercise, and you're going to enjoy this for the rest of your life. Not only this life, but you will get very soon liberated. If you are able to understand today's class, you have liberation very soon. Very soon means in the next birth, you can get liberated. It can be that fast. And I'll give you the calculations one day, not now. After let me finish this semester, then I will share this. In fact, I will share it today because I might forget after this, but I will explain you later on. In fact, I had a class on this in Hindi, but not in English, but
Sir,
I will share that class.
sir,
Hmm.
sir, I have a request. You were telling on Thursday also you take class, that is Hindi
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
Can you please send the Zoom link so that
Okay.
if we can
Yeah. Those
attend,
who,
it will
those who
be
can attend, you
better,
can
I think.
attend. Yeah. You can attend, no problem. So I'll sending the link in the group, and
Yes, yes.
it's all
Yeah, if you have,
optional. You want to join, then join. If you
yeah,
don't want to join, it's okay. Then there are past recordings. Yeah,
yes.
and
If
there
I'm
are
free, I
past
will surely
recordings also
join.
available on YouTube. All the
Yeah.
recordings of that
So,
also I can share.
so where will we get this? But in the description, when I went there, it was I
I'll
don't know
send you
for
across. I'll
Thursday
send
this
you across. Don't
happened.
worry. I'll send you across. There also we are learning parallel, but there because I'm very good at Hindi, I'm not that good at English. So we were a bit fast in that. And in fact, I never spent so much time in that group for this Dravya chapter. So it is again independent. I don't know how this happens. Sometimes I spend so much time in a particular chapter in a particular group, and in other group I don't spend that much of time. So again, it is all happening independently, but I will share it, and you can still make out whatever you can from there also. No problem.
Yeah. What are the timings? May I know, sir?
Same time, 8:30 to 10:30
For
India time on Thursday.
Thursday. Oh,
Yeah.
acha. If I'm free, I will surely join, sir.
Yeah, definitely. And basically, these Los Angeles people, most of them are from that Los Angeles only. So they feel that time convenient to them. So we have fixed that time.
Okay. Yes.
Anyways,
yes.
nice. Let's close this class and we will take it forward next week. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
निज निधि निज में बताई यह अनंत उपकार है उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है। उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है। 9 बार नौकार मंत्र गिनेंगे। जय जिनेन्द्र।
Chinandra.
Jai Jinendra.
Thank you.
जय जिनेन्द्र।